Hello there and welcome, Leo, to the first ever full moon eclipse reading on the channel. So I hope you enjoy this. But before we get started, Leo, Spirit says the fire in your heart reveals treasures long buried. The eclipse effect on you, spotlight on creativity, romance, children, and joy. So just take what resonates. Now, this is a timeless reading meant to be heard on or around a full moon eclipse, which averages about twice a year. And we do have one coming up. So if you're tuning in at the time of publishing, then you're right on time. Now let's begin your full moon eclipse messages for Leo in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and see what else Spirit wants you to know when it comes to your lunar eclipse messages. Support is coming from every direction. Ooh, you know, Spirit was just talking about, some type of treasure that has been long buried. And this is what I see coming to fruition. Now, pay attention to even the smallest support. I feel that when you can see and be grateful for even the smallest support, it sets you up for the bigger ones. So, whether it's more time, maybe more money, big or small, it doesn't matter, a friend, knowledge. This is all to help you because Spirit is supporting something that you are, on a quest, I feel. There may even be a thirst for some type of truth and knowledge here that's coming from deep within. Now, I do get Earth sign coming through. And with that, there may be, again, support as far as maybe a fellow traveler or a fellow friend here. Now, let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know. Ooh, we do need that help. Wow, the camel came up too, because look at this. We can load those wands onto that camel. So you don't have to, look at that. It's just so perfect. So you don't have to do all the tending and working here, right? So the 10 of Wands is really indicating that something is paying off. Yes, we may be feeling tired, but you are nearing something important. And with tens come completion here. Now we do have fire signs showing up here. So let's get a little bit more about the 10 of Wands and what Spirit wants you to know about this. Okay, I do see that you are being gifted something here too with the 10 of Wands. I just want to point something out to you before I flip this card over. Something that you have done in the past, Leo, it's like you're gathering all of the strength that you've worked so hard for in the past. And what I like is I actually see that you've been doing a darn good job at tending to something here because you haven't lost growth, even if you may feel that you have. Okay, not all of you may feel like that, and what I'm seeing is that you are being shown where to plant these wands, because these wands are, you know something that you propagated. You may have felt like and this is what oh yeah, you might have felt like you're running on your last reserves, energetically, physically, materially here. But the circumstance is totally changing here. You actually, you actually pulled from some type of reserve here. Now you're working with things that have already propagated and you're ready to plant these. So we've got plenty to work with, okay? So Spirit is saying that this is a time where you are fully supported. Be willing to ask for help. You don't have to do everything on your own here. Your laughter is medicine for frequency healing. So we may need to, laugh while we play, or take a break. What can you do? Because Spirit is saying we may need to make an effort to be a little bit more playful, right? We're just getting things done. And Yes, it may be nice to get things done, but let's not put the focus only on the destination. Let's focus on the journey, okay? I want to get a little bit more about where the Ten of Wands is going for you, though. Let's get a little bit more about the Ten of Wands and where it's going for you, Leo. I mean, seems like a perfect time with the full moon eclipse completions here and new beginnings, new sprouts to work with in life. So, the eclipse is affecting you creatively, in your creative department here. Where is this Ten of Wands going? Your light humbles without effort. Something is absolutely paying off here. Your hard work and determination is absolutely paying off. And Spirit says people are noticing how much of a hard worker you are. This might be why, take it if it resonates. This may be why you might feel unnoticed or unseen, or perhaps people just see you as very strong. So I feel that it's important, Leo, to, show the softer side of yourself too, right? By allowing others to maybe pick up something for you, to do something for you. Because Spirit is just letting you know that there is something about you and who you are and what you exude, where people just like, they just naturally maybe just give you your space, okay? Now, trust too. Your light humbles without effort. I just see you being in your strength card position if it comes out, okay, which is associated with your own zodiac sign. So we have hit a level of some type of mastery here. But know that your light humbles without effort. You just may need to get playful, because I feel that you have been, doing something here when it comes to staying resilient towards maybe feeling like you're, breaking down in an aspect here. All right, let's see what else Spirit wants you to know. Yeah, the pain had purpose to show you your value. Your light humbles without effort. Okay. And look at this. I feel like it's been, hard work here that brought pain even, right? I am also, on a side note, only take this if it resonates. But I mean, geez, if some of you are like doing some type of like physical strenuous labor, or maybe even a workout regimen, it's paying off. But you may need to give your body a little bit of rest, okay? But you know, there's something humbling that's going on right now in a very divine way. Spirit is gifting you some type of way out and fine tuning your own mastery in life here. So I know that it's taken time to figure some things out, but just trust too that with the lunar eclipse, the veil is very thin. Truths come out. You are too high quality. In fact, I hope you're getting ready to play a different role here, okay? This is someone who is doing others' work maybe, or just, maybe we're just, not seeing our value here. So if you resonate with maybe, wanting to do something a little different, well, take a step back from what you're doing now and see the bigger picture here, because something even tiny can really bring you advancement here. What else? I don't know why I like looking how I just set these cards here, and it looks like going into a cross or something, but we may even feel like we're at a crossroads, or yeah, we need to go this way, we need to go that way here, possibly. Your tears have been enough. Peace is returning. Okay, Spirit is letting you know that, you know, you carry healing medicine within you. And this is what's important. You haven't lost everything, okay? I know you might be feeling like you're on your last reserves here, but your reserves are helping you for a reason. You're pushing through something here. We may need to pay attention not to bury ourselves here, because I feel like someone may not want to show their face. So, there may be something too that you know, whether it's you or someone you might even be dealing with here that's covering things up here, right? They don't want to show that they are hurting or, you know, whatever it is, but don't feel that you have to bury yourself or hide yourself or play small. Peace is returning here. Spirit wants you to know that things are taking a positive turn for you. You got to leap when the door opens. Okay, I really get the Fool's card with this. We got Aries coming through. All right, now we may need to watch out for the Ten of Wands, okay? So Spirit is saying something brand new is on the horizon, but again, we got our face buried in our work or something. So, you know, just keep that in mind. Just be mindful of that only because we've got some type of unexpected opportunity. And we don't need all these heavy wands here, right? Let somebody else take the load for you because we're doing things that's, I feel, more light and airy in a sense. Let's see, what else? Be brave enough to surrender, wise enough to wait. You know, there may be a challenge here with letting go of an old way, an old relationship, an old situation here, especially when we're kind of used to things. You know, take that if it resonates. But Spirit is saying that you have the wisdom to wait because there is something that is being properly aligned, especially when we have felt misaligned with something. So I feel it may be hard to let go of the past here, but your luck is soon changing. Let's get a little bit more about this. You know, Leo, I just feel that you're in your King and Queen of Wands right now, or you will be. You walk with divine protection always. Yeah, there's something that is always going to supply you, especially when it comes to, you know, ridding oneself of maybe guilt, shame, or, I mean, maybe it's not that, or just maybe feeling, you know, pissed off or angered here. Sad, yeah. But Spirit is letting you know that you have an infinite supply of protection and also walk boldly. Like when it comes to the things that you really want and want to do here, it may, you know, it may have thrown you off guard at some point here that someone may not have shown up the way that you thought or a circumstance didn't play out the way we thought, but there's always reasons that we find out later, right? So there is something here where Spirit is saying you're meant to allow yourself to shine in a way that is, um, it's just genuine, right? And that's who and what you are, anyways. So there may be a situation where we have to watch out for things, ideas, or people, or even an old self trying to lock us into, you know, a situation where we're always, you know, in the background, but doing all the work without the right recognition or support. And this is what Spirit wants you to do, is to be in this place of recognition and support by supporting yourself too. If you feel you're getting a little tired here, you gotta try to lighten your load and your heart too, because your heart is really important when it comes to really standing strong here. Yeah, you're born of fire. You've been tried by fire, but you endure. Look, Spirit knows. Spirit knows what you've been enduring here. But you have plenty to work with, okay? You're never going to run out of, you know, the fuel that you need to keep things growing and alive that are important for you. I feel someone may have, you know, overlooked you or dismayed something, or maybe made you feel rejected in some way, shape, or form. Just take that if it resonates. But your payback, your time to shine is going to happen. You didn't do this for no reason. and you didn't endure something for no reason. In fact, I was just talking about you being in the King and the Queen of Wands, which is your energy. And this is what I see, the Phoenix rising, because the King and the Queen of Wands are fireproof energies here. You know, yes, they are of the fire essence, but they are fueled by it. And you have learned or are learning to fuel it in the right direction here, right? You are rising from a situation where maybe you thought was going to be impossible and have become something even more strong, more grand. But you are going to have a chance to really spread your wings and fly and feel good about, you know, what you're doing, what you're accomplishing, what you stand for. Don't let something or someone rile you up. And now you may need to have, some of you, just take it if it resonates, you may need to really get powerful and say no. Like just saying a very kind no. Say no with grace is what I'm seeing. So patience and silence are your allies now. It comes to you. Something comes to you at this time, right? Support in every direction is coming to you. Yes, things are a mystery. And you're also in this place where you are becoming or are a mystery to others. Remain that. It's kind of nice. They don't need to know everything. A blessing from your ancestors. So your ancestors are blessing you some type of second chance here too with something, a new season, a new sprout, new life. So let's get a little bit more of what the ancestors are blessing you with during this full moon eclipse. What are the ancestors blessing Leo with? I know wisdom. Oh, yes, they're going to give you what you need. Okay. They're blessing you with a situation where you have aligned with, you know, what you're worthy of. Your ancestors are witnessing that you have broke some type of karmic contract, whether you're aware of it or not. You may have had to reveal something in someone else too, or a few people, because there is something that Spirit says that you've done right here. You didn't get out of integrity when it came to what is rightfully yours and what you're worthy to stand by, and what you're not worthy, you know, what you're not willing to put up with. So, you know, whatever has happened, you know, I was just telling some of you Leos here that someone may be putting on a strong face, but they're doing things to distract their feelings. And this is a time where you don't want to do things to distract your feelings. Your feelings need to be felt, especially this time, because it's reflecting back and mirroring back what we need to see here. And some just don't want the light. Don't drag them. You carry light that penetrates in their darkness, but see how they don't want it? They're avoiding it. They're trying to cover themselves up in dense energy so that they don't have to feel burned by it, because that's what it feels like. Someone may not like that you are, you know, in some way they feel that you may be getting favors here from the universe. But look, yes, you are. Hello, because you're aligned right. It's not that everyone else doesn't get it, but, you know, some people just don't know. So the blessing from your ancestors is getting that support that you deserve, getting family, friends, love where you deserve it, because your ancestors are, again, they're proud of you for breaking a karmic contract, to not be a slave to the past, money, or people, or whatever. Maybe even people pleasing, right? I feel a lot of you may resonate with this, that you've carried the burden of others' past traumas. This is for not for you to carry or heal or do anymore, or maybe even in the first place, right? I mean, you can only do so much. And when you do have a chance to enlighten, to heal others, it is a very generous and blessed place to be. But it doesn't mean that you have to wear yourself down over and over and over again. A blessing on a journey. This is it. The door is going to open. It's not if, it's when, and it's soon. Okay. Now there may be something tied in with the season of fall. Perfect timing. I'm getting fall and spring. So it could be we're planting seeds in the fall, or we're harvesting in the fall, and vice versa. We're taking whatever we harvest, planting new seeds in that spring, or something you did in the spring is now harvest time in the fall. Okay, so just take what resonates. A blessing on your journey. And here's that support. Okay, so the journey isn't a fast one. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's slow, it's steady, it's practical. Maybe even a little methodical, maybe even a little boring, but who cares? Enjoy boredom instead of chaos and drama. Just saying, okay? Now, let's see where this journey is going, or what kind of clue we can get with this for you. And if you feel that you've been playing an old role here, just know that that role is dissolving. Fortune, spirit, you're a warrior of light. Okay, this is your journey. Being outstanding in whatever you achieve and accomplish. Now, this could be on both levels, professional, personal, or even spiritual, right? 3 levels, whatever. But there is something important happening here when it comes to resilience. Now, what you've see, you know what? We'll see if the strength card comes out, but this is what I see. I see that you've gained this level of mastery. You've gained some type of spiritual allies here too, more than you may know and witness. And now what you're doing on this journey is taking everything that you have been even felt burned by and utilizing it as wisdom. And you're going to get to see that wisdom play out in real time. And when you're the observer of that, you start to really enjoy life. You start to see these challenges as like, wow, oh my God, I can't wait until I could turn this in my favor. And that's exactly what Spirit is guiding you to do. Now you're playing a different role, a more powerful, enlightened role, one that carries, you know, the energy where we don't have to force, we just present and command. Not in a way that's pushy, of course. Let's see what else. Okay, the pain of change lives in our resistance to it. Now, Leo, this might be something you are going through, or you could be picking this up on someone else, and you could be feeling guilty, you know, because it may be hard to, you know, change like an old, you know, situation or contract, or even an energetic contract. But Spirit is saying, don't resist any of these changes, right? That's where we find ourselves feeling too rigid and not fluid or flexible about what's to come here. But there may be resistance towards you changing here from someone. This is why I just got to point this out. Just take it if it resonates, because it won't for all of you. But this is why there may be something. Just watch out for someone trying to fill up your time with things, you know, for you to do for them, or what they think you need to do, because this is called a distraction. It's called suppression of your gifts, your talents, also the recognition you deserve. It's really interesting, actually, that card came out that says you're not a slave to the past, money, or people. Think of those wands as that, right? Or maybe there is a situation where, you know, you may have realized where our passions or our ambitions became our master. and we kind of lost control, and that's okay because you've got things. You're getting things back. But here you are standing in this powerful position that others just don't understand because they haven't reached that level of mastery yet. And that's okay. That's where we have to utilize compassion. Love them and leave them where they are if you need to. What else? Speak, the universe hears. Okay, right now, your ancestors are actually listening to you. They're working with the forces of nature, they're working with the spiritual realm. The universe is responding to you. Whatever you say, whatever you feel, expect the echo back in a form of an answer. So if you've been second guessing whether or not you can have something to be proud of, you are. They're invoking some type of new fire into you. They're breathing new fire into you. So this is what it is. That fire actually solidified your level of mastery. So think of it this way. Whatever you've been resilient to and staying true to with yourself, it's created a shield of protection around you. This is why you're going to start to find more synchronicities with maybe the ancestors, spirit, things that are more in tuned and aligned with you, including animals, including hobbies, including other interests. Let's see what else. Redirect your attention on what's still in harmony. Now, this could be hard. This is difficult because something is going on where we might still be hung up on a certain way that it has to be, or we might be in a state of confusion. Harmony is only 1 second away. It's where our attention goes. So I really get magician energy that's going on with you too. Now with the magician, you are in the place of summoning that which you are thinking and feeling. You have to watch out though, because when you're in this place of powerfully summoning, especially when it's, coming from a higher place as well, then we may have things that want to distract and distort. Not by your doing, but by the intensity and the magnetism that you exude. Because yes, you're that powerful. And we don't need to attract all these energies towards us. You know what I'm saying, right, Leo? So even if you have to speak what's going right, write down what's going right. I know it can be hard, but this is what you're doing to have harmony, really show up in ways that are unexpected, like that support. Try not to overdo it with information right now. I feel that, we might be avoiding something or someone or there may just be too much we're trying to figure out. If we're in too much information overload, and that's what it could be, because for some of you, this too much input could just literally be that, take it if it resonates. If we're wasting too much time even scrolling on the damn technology, because that's easy to do, right? This is one of these things where we just have to be very cautious. The ancestors are coming through for a reason. They want to remind us in modern day that we don't need to be hooked into the line of distortion of technology where we feel bombarded by too much damn information all the time. We don't need it all. And it is a waste of time. It's wasting your magical time. It's wasting summoning time. This is why, Spirit has woken you to this blessed place of great wisdom. You already have the wisdom within you. Don't look at outside of yourself. Now, I'm not saying that we shouldn't do research or maybe back check something, but we don't have to overdo something here either. Okay. And some of you, you might be trying to tap into the future too much. So you may need to pull back. Okay. Um, because that could be messing with the energies here. But let's just continue and see what else. We got air sign coming through. Okay, let's see. What does this say? Summary. Okay. Oh my God, this is just too perfect. You want to know what the truth is, Leo? The real truth is that some resist your brightness, but you were never meant to dim. Some can't handle you, your energy, how spirit favors you in more ways than one. Believe that. But the light that you carry, who and what you are, they don't like it. And that's okay too. You're not here to change someone's mind. You are the change. So if they resist your brightness, well, good. Good. It just makes you shine more bright, right? Without their damn negativity. But anyhow, you're not meant to dim your light. You were never meant to dim your light for another. You are protected. Spirit wants you to keep moving boldly forward here, right? Protected, guided, move boldly because you're always divinely protected because you're born of spirit. Clarity begins the moment you let go, trying to figure something out. Sometimes this is the thing too. Right now, this is really important. I'm glad I remember this. Oh my goodness. With the full moon eclipse, especially right now, you're not trying to, and you want to back away from trying to figure things out logically. We got to feel things right now. And that might be hard for some. For a lot of people it is hard. I understand, but you have to learn that balance of knowing when all of our senses have its duties. Okay. Right now, Spirit is asking to just let go. How does it feel if you just let's just think about this for a second. If you close your eyes and feel that if you let go of all the burdens, how does it feel for that moment and that second? And see if you can extend that energy a little bit longer. Because the more that you do that, you start to get clear, very clear. This is why Spirit is saying back off on trying to figure it out. It just comes to you at the right moment, at the right time. You will get the truth that you seek. There's no doubt about it. And the ancestors are going to bring you the truth one way or another. Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, I really felt this earlier too. And it's the second time it's coming out about, some don't want the light or to be enlightened. Some just don't want to be positive. And we don't need to drag them. This is your journey, not theirs. Whoever gets to join you, they should be, blessed. They should feel blessed. But not everyone deserves your light. Not everyone deserves your loyalty either. Because what you do holds rare integrity. Yeah, Spirit is saying that there is something that you do, something that you have become that is unmatched. And you need to be proud of that. There's a reason why, you may even feel a little separate from others or a little advanced at times. Okay? That's where we just have to have compassion for others. So just know that you are getting things that are truly aligned for you, things that only help support more of what you are becoming. Not supporting more of who you're leaving behind, even the old self. Let's see what else. A blessing on a home. Wow. Some of you might be feeling like you've been working hard for a home here, right? The Ten of Wands. Trust me, I know what that feels like. Geez. God, I bought a home and I'm grateful. But for the first like year or two, my God, I just felt like, did I make a mistake? Because I didn't real. Oh my God, there's a lot of responsibilities, isn't there? Anyhow, but I don't want to. You know what? Home sweet home. It doesn't matter. Be happy whether you have a home, wherever you're sleeping. That's your home. But you will get a blessing on a home. Now this is foundation. Now also notice that dove there. We got something about peace, right? Yours is peace. It's in the incubation process here. So you're going to feel emotionally secure. You'll feel stable. And you are also giving birth to a new idea of stability in relationships. Look how number 10 came out again. That's another completion here. And I am seeing 22. So there is something about harmony, balance, divine partnerships, synchronicities. Stay here. Oh, in this, okay, this moment is enough. You know, sometimes when we're going through a major crisis, whether others, know it or not, because it feels like we've been burned in life in a sense, it can be hard to be in the moment, right? So I would suggest for those that may be having a difficulty here trying to get things aligned and, back in order, so to speak, just take it one day at a time. Maybe even get a calendar if you need to, and just put down what you need to do just for that day. That's enough for the next day. And then put it down and give your mind and your heart, your spirit a rest. And just know that being in the moment is enough. That's all spirit is asking from you. Not to be in your head or enmeshed in, you know, digital tech, digital stuff or whatever, because it can be, um, what's the word? It can bring distortion. So just stay here right now. You did clear it up. You absolutely, dear, dear. Oh, dear. Yeah, your ancestors are coming through and saying, dear, you have cleared this up. And speaking of deer, I know I'm saying like deer as deer, but I'm also getting the animal spirit deer. Okay, deers bring gentleness, nurturing. So you are rising. So whether you realize this or not, you have cleared something here. You cleared an old karmic contract, which wasn't easy because this meant that you had to be born in this situation in order to see it, to clear it. This is why you are so strong in not giving up for what's rightfully yours. You know, you were born out of the soil, but you are not the soil, you are you are the bloom. So you're just rising and blooming. See yourself as that. We can appreciate the soil we came from, but we don't have to be of it. Let's see what else Spirit wants you to know. Yeah, let the fire drive you to become your better self. This is really the King and Queen of Wands. This is this whole thing about being refined by the fire. Remember, take it one moment at a time. Only one moment, one day at a time. You're becoming something quite of a star here. So I kind of feel like you got this energy where something is actually going viral in the heavens here. You're going to have the return of your playful power. You're going to have your dream project. Old heartbreaks will dissolve. And not only is your best self going to rise, but also a hidden gift that you didn't realize. What else? Reality is bending, the merge begins. You're straddling the in-between. This is why it's feeling heavy. We're in between worlds. Okay, now we got to get a little bit of advice about the reality bends, or what else spirit will give us about this, because this is important. Remember, you've cleared something up here, okay? So we can't undo what we've cleared, because you've already activated a new alignment. You're sinking in with your sacred design. You're more aligned with your truer self. You're going to have a big payday. That's all I got to say. If your big payday comes in increments, so be it. Don't worry about your resources and how they're going to show up. Don't worry about the people either. Family, friends, or faux families, you're getting the true ones. Now, if you do have your true friends and family, bless it. But also know that you are syncing with your true sacred design, which means we leave the old behind. It wasn't a waste of your time. It was a way for you to recognize who and what you truly are, not what they thought or what the world tried to condition you to believe, because you're more powerful than their influences. What else? Nope, that is actually it. Okay, so let's find out, before we end the reading, what is destiny opening up for you now, Leo? What is destiny opening up for Leo now? A hidden blessing. That's so funny. Okay. So sometimes spirit just does not reveal, or the universe doesn't reveal everything, but what it is what destiny is opening is for you to look back at an old timeline. You're in between timelines. Okay? So what destiny is opening up for you is your new timeline. Your new timeline is, a new map, right? So it's a new map that's encoded into you. Your heart is your compass. Trust it now. So what a beautiful thing. You're trusting yourself more about your destiny, because destiny has opened up the truth about some type of challenging and maybe even a painful circumstance. And now it's propelling you towards that dream, something that your heart is designed for. And before we leave the reading here, I just want to leave you with this, Leo. Leo, your light has been patient. Spirit says a recognition will return that honors your true gift, not the show. And with the eclipse effect, a public or creative turning point is possible. Endings in one spotlight can lead to a truer, steadier stage. Let go of overperformance. Let authenticity shine. Focus on creating from the heart, not for the applause. Now, I hope that this was helpful for you. Love and light. Take care.